Conversation, your one stop destination in the journey of parenting. Today, with this session of expert talk, I would like to introduce today's guest. She is Miss Shweta Vyas and she is Miss Gujarat 1996, an image consultant, a soft skill trainer, tarot reader, and crystal healer, and also a stained glass artist with sacred geometry as her focus. Welcome, Shweta ma'am. Welcome to the
Hi,
show.
hi people. How are you? Hi, Mona. Thanks
Hi.
for inviting
And
me. It is really good to be here on this platform and talking with you and with everyone else as well.
pleasure is ours, ma'am. And today, the topic which she will be discussing with us is emotional decluttering. And I am very much looking forward to this topic. I think it's going to be very helpful to all of us. So, to start up with, may I know what is, I should ask, cluttering first? Is that so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
clutter basically is everything that is not needed. Anything and everything that is not needed, and we still keep it with us for some or the other reason. It could be because you're emotionally attached to it, or it has been gifted to you, or it has been given to you by your parents or your grandparents. This, I'm talking about the physical clutter. Simple example. Now, since that Diwali is coming around, and what we usually do is every year we clean our homes. We remove the clutter. So the unwanted things which are occupying space is the clutter. What we really don't understand or we really don't know is that there is not only physical clutter. We also have emotional clutter which is within us. It is not seen, it is not tangible. You cannot see the emotional clutter. You can just feel it. It's these are the feelings, which have been piled in your emotional brain from years ahead. And this is basically the cause or the reason why people are experiencing stress today. We have been conditioned since childhood that you're not supposed to say this, you're supposed to keep quiet, you're not supposed to express yourself, you are not going to do this, you're supposed to forget everything, whatever wrong is happening within you. So, what we do is we forget. But that emotional clutter stays within us and it becomes a pile over the years. So, this is what clutter is basically about, the emotional content which we feed within us. Not knowingly, this is completely unknowingly. You don't even realize that you are having those clutter inside of you till the time they come back and bother you all the more. This is
Okay.
clutter. It
Okay.
could be guilt. Clutter could be guilt, could be, being ignored by someone, having a bad feeling. You might have picked up a fight with someone and then you start feeling like, why me?
Yes.
So these are the clutters. These are little things which stays within you. It doesn't come out.
Okay. So, here I would like to tell our audience that in case they have any questions, they want to ask something regarding our topic, they can put it up on the comment, and we shall flash it over here. And if time permits, we shall surely take the questions. And
Yeah, I'm more than happy to take the questions if it comes from anyone around.
yeah,
Because while you're talking, while you're trying to understand something, if there is a doubt and I'm able to help you out with that, I'll be, more than happy to do that in the best way
that's
I can, of course. Because even I am a human as everyone else, so to err is
yeah.
human. I have decluttered myself.
So that's so nice, and hope all those joining us get this benefit too. So moving forward, I just wanted to know that why did you choose this, particularly this topic to discuss over here?
See, the reason I have chosen is because, especially during the pandemic, the year and a half that we have been through everything, okay, I have seen, I have realized, and I have experienced also. We somehow don't speak, no matter what happens. We just don't speak out what we feel. It's not a matter of getting angry. I've heard people saying that because I'm very emotional a person, so I easily get angry and so I just start fighting with someone. The point here is, the question here for everyone is it being emotional that you fight out with, or is it a trigger that is coming up again from something that has happened in the past? Mona, I would like to say I'll use a combination of English and Hindi so that it becomes easy for everyone to
Yes.
understand also, है ना? So
Perfect. Perfect.
या जब भी आप ये बोलते हो कि मुझसे ये नहीं होता क्योंकि मैं इमोशनल हूं, क्योंकि मैं इमोशनल हूं इसलिए मैं सबके साथ फाइट कर सकती हूँ, इसलिए मैं स्ट्रेस्ड आउट रहती हूँ, एंड आई जस्ट डोंट गेट अलोंग विथ पीपल, ये आप इमोशनल नहीं हो. You are just trying to hide your emotions. And because I know that today we are addressing teachers, parents, and children at this particular platform, at Parent Station. So it becomes all the more important for me to talk on emotional decluttering. Why? Because parents eventually can tell their children or teach them how to use all the methods and sources to declutter the emotion. क्योंकि बच्चे बोलते नहीं हैं. You must have seen children throwing tantrums, है ना?
Yes.
They start crying, they start just doing things which we feel weird. वो इसलिए होता है क्योंकि वो
True.
बोल नहीं पाते. They are not able to speak what is happening within them. और ये इसलिए होता है कि कहीं ना कहीं हम पेरेंट्स बच्चों को बोलते हैं कि आपको चुप रहना है, आप छोटे हो, यू आर नॉट सपोज टू स्पीक, यू आर नॉट सपोज टू say what is happening within you. So when you don't express, or when you don't allow your child to express, they start throwing tantrums. इससे ना ही उनका मेंटल स्ट्रेस बढ़ता है, उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी भी कम हो जाती है. अगर बच्चे को हम बोलते कि आप पढ़ाई में अच्छे नहीं हो, तो one of the reasons could be the emotional clutter that the child has within him or her.
Okay.
बच्चे आपकी बात नहीं सुनते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि कोई हमारी बात सुनने के लिए तैयार ही नहीं है. When you want to declutter, you need to have someone to listen to you,
Very true.
isn't it? So when you
Yes.
don't have anyone to listen to you, how are you going to bring it out? That is why I would want to share with parents कि you should declutter your emotions and help your children also learn how to declutter the emotions. उनको बाहर निकालना है. This cannot be done logically. We have, see, I need to make you understand, we have two brains, the logical and the emotional brain, है ना? जो भी फीलिंग्स हमारे होते हैं वो लॉजिकल ब्रेन में नहीं होते, वो इमोशनल ब्रेन में होते हैं. फीलिंग्स आर नेवर इन द हार्ट.
Yeah.
वो खाली पंपिंग करता है और स्ट्रेस के हिसाब से वो पंपिंग ज्यादा और कम होता है, एंड वी फील मेरा हार्ट दुख रहा है एंड आई एम इन पेन. ऐसा नहीं होता. Your emotional brain, that is the limbic brain, which is placed right behind your neck.
Okay.
This is where your emotions get stored. It is also popularly what we call as the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
तो जो भी चीजें आपके सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में स्टोर होती है वो कभी ना कभी बाहर जरूर आती है. और अगर अभी से कंडीशनिंग होता है ना, हमारे बचपन से कंडीशनिंग होता है कि आपको नहीं बोलना, आपको नहीं करना, आपको ये नहीं करना, आपको वो नहीं करना, तो हम उसी कंडीशनिंग में और आगे बढ़ते जाते हैं.
True.
एंड वी डोंट रियलाइज कि हम कुछ गलत खुद के लिए कर रहे हैं. खुद के लिए स्ट्रेस हम ही पैदा कर रहे हैं, कोई और नहीं कर रहा है. वी आर डूइंग इट. सो आई वुड वांट पेरेंट्स टू use the techniques of decluttering, understand the importance of decluttering, and teach their children also. Another thing is for teachers, because I feel being here on Parent Station, we are going to have all the beautiful teachers, all highly educated teachers who would probably even know about this. No doubt on that. So, to enhance your bond with your student, you should have your children or your students coming to you कि मैम हमें ये हो रहा है, हमें आपसे बात करनी है. इतना ओपन स्पेस आपको उनको देना पड़ेगा, तभी वो बात कर पाएंगे.
The
Then
connection
of course
should be.
connection has to be there, and that is why I've chosen this topic today, to make people understand and make them aware about the importance of decluttering and how it can be used.
So I think my next question is almost taken by you, and it was like, why is decluttering required for emotional well-being?
Why is decluttering required by emotional well-being? See, I'll put up certain phrases which will sound very common to you. Like you say, हर काम मुझे ही करना पड़ता है, मेरी तो कोई बात ही नहीं सुनता, मेरा कोई ध्यान ही रखता. आई डोंट मेक फ्रेंड्स, मेरे साथ कोई फ्रेंड नहीं बनता है, मैं तो बहुत ही बेकार सी इंसान हूं. What is this? What are the phrases? These are
All
your
negative.
emotions. These are the negative emotions that you have within you. और ये कोई
Yes.
एक टाइम से नहीं होता, इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम years ahead. सालों से भरा पड़ा है आपके अंदर. एक फ्रेंड के साथ झगड़ा हो गया, पैचअप हो गया, सबने बोल दिया कि भूल जाओ भूल जाओ भूल जाओ. This is very important to understand. There is a difference in between forgetting something and releasing something, isn't it?
Yes.
हम भूल जाते हैं, लेकिन हम रिलीज करते हैं. We don't release our emotions, we keep it within us. We forget, of course, yes. With time we forget everything. किसी ने बोला भूल जाओ, चलो भूल गए. टाइम हुआ, चलो भूल गए. नई एक्टिविटी लाइफ में आ गई, चलो भूल गए. भूलने से जो भी अंदर पड़ा हुआ है वो रिलीज नहीं होता है. इट जस्ट स्टेज विद इन यू. और फ्यूचर में इफ यू फेस एनी सच इंसिडेंट, द ट्रिगर विल ऑलवेज हैपन, है ना. कभी कभी दिस गोस स्पेशली फॉर द वाइफ्स ना. हम जब झगड़ा करते हैं, कई सालों पुरानी चीजें याद आती है ना. आपने 10 साल पहले हमारे लिए ये नहीं किया था, 10 साल पहले का क्यों याद आया हमें, है ना. Why did we
What
remember
trigger?
what
The trigger was pressed.
the trigger was pressed? Why? Because you are supposed to forget. हम भूल गए कि ऐसा हुआ था, लेकिन हमने वो रिलीज नहीं किया.
Exactly. Okay.
And that is what is causing the stress, the mental stress, the emotional stress, as well as the physical stress.
So the next.
Once you, yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Continue.
so
Continue. Continue.
if you are not emotionally stable, it will somehow manifest in your physical body also. If you're having a joint pain, or if you're having a muscular pain, or if you're having some disease, it is not always external, it is internal before it goes external.
Oh.
It's born within you. हाँ, हालांकि of course आप बाहर कहीं गिर गए वो अलग सी बात है, लेकिन all of a sudden you're sitting and you start having a headache. That is the clutter which needs to be cleared. It's a sign कि clutter है कि उसको clear करो. That is why stress के लिए ये decluttering बहुत important है.
So it is like I was just going to ask you, like, I think that sitting there, my next question, right? Before I ask you and I see that, oh, it's already answered. Like, my next question was, does this affect our physical body and how? And it's already answered. So I guess,
See, you
is
need to
this
you need to
some
under,
this tarot reading going on simultaneously? Okay.
yeah, that's exactly. You need to understand. I also do tarot reading. I'm a crystal healer also, so I understand your aura. I understand your mindset.
Yeah, I get it. I get it now. Okay. So now, moving forward, Shweta, I would like to ask that, can you just give us some ways, or our audience also can know some ways in which which can get this emotional decluttering done?
Yeah,
How can they
there
do
are
it?
there are a lot of ways. Basically, you can practice self love. You can have more self positive talks. Not nothing like all of a sudden, उठ के नहीं मैं तो सबसे ज्यादा दुनिया में अच्छा हूँ, नहीं ये जरूरी नहीं है. Little things. I am good for myself. I'm happy for myself. इतना कर सकते हो हर रोज के लिए. So what is happening is eventually you are starting to feel good about yourself. उसके साथ आपको you'll have to follow the mindfulness. Another thing you can do is remove all the toxic people from your life.
That's much needed.
That- Absolutely, it is much needed. Why? Because कई लोग ऐसे होते हैं ना कि आपको परेशान देख के उनको मजा आता है. दे फील हैप्पी अबाउट इट. वो उनके लिए खुशी है, लेकिन आपके लिए वो एक ट्रिगर हो जाता है फिर. So try and remove those people from your life. If you are not able to remove them from your life, at least maintain a certain distance. कई बार होता है ना कि रिलेटिव्स होते हैं, आप उनको आप कैसे
हाँ.
निकालोगे उनको लाइफ. यू दे आर गोइंग टू बी देयर अराउंड एंड इट्स नॉट रॉन्ग. दे हैव टू बी देयर बिकॉज दे आर सपोज टू बी देयर. बट इफ देयर बिहेवियर इज ट्रिगरिंग यू, कीप अ डिस्टेंस, कीप अ स्पेस, क्रिएट अ लाइन. जैसे लक्ष्मण रेखा बोलते हैं,
हाँ.
लक्ष्मण जी ने रेखा बनाई थी. So we don't have to be the Sitas and move out of the rekha. Create one.
We can
Create
create
a
one for
distance.
ourselves.
Yeah. You can talk with anyone. Don't take their negative emotions within you.
Exactly. Okay.
कोई कुछ आके बोल गया, हाँ इसने ऐसा क्यों बोला, वैसा क्यों बोला, what am I going to do now? ठीक है, उसने वो बोला, why am I bothered?
Okay.
So you can remove those toxic people from your life. Another thing, of course, this is going to sound really funny. Start decluttering your home. Why? क्योंकि घर में जो भी यहाँ वहाँ पड़ा होता है, एवरीथिंग दैट इज अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड, ऑल द क्लटर, सोफे पे जाओ तो ये पड़ा है, रूम में जाओ तो वो पड़ा है, कबर्ड देखो तो वो ये पूरा कपड़ों से भरा पड़ा है, विच इज कंप्लीटली अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड. सो इवन द फिजिकल aspect of your life creates a mental clutter. Start decluttering home. जो चीजें जरूरी नहीं है उनको हटा दो. Start creating space for something that is more important to come in. The moment you start decluttering, you are creating a space for something more positive to come in. Otherwise, the energies are going to be stagnant and it will affect you also. है ना? You can also have mindfulness. Of course, हर कोई बोलता है कि meditation कर लो, ये कर लो. You can try and do meditation. You can be creative with something. Get into some creative activity. Because when you start creating something, it is a way of decluttering. You take your emotions out. Another thing is journaling, to write down. You need to write. That is journaling. And then, of course, this will sound a little weird, but stop being a people pleaser. Now, the question here would be, what is people pleasing?
Yeah. They might be.
Isn't it? For example, मेरी एक friend है, my best friend. Just an example. है ना? And I will do everything she tells me to do, though I don't like to do it. I still do it. Why? Because I don't want her to go out of my life. वो डर है मुझ में कि what if she goes away from my life? Isn't it? So I start doing everything for her. What have I done? मैंने खुद को पीछे रख दिया. I've put her before me. I have drained my own emotions, my own energy just to please her so that she can stay in my life.
Okay.
What is the trigger here? The fear of losing someone from your life. This is just one example. ऐसे तो बहुत से examples है where you
And I
need
think,
to.
and I think this is the main problem overall. People are being
Absolutely.
people pleasers, and they don't know when
Absolutely.
they accumulate the negativities in them.
करेक्ट. अगर कोई आपको इग्नोर कर रहा है तो यू यू जस्ट गो एंड क्यों इग्नोर कर रहा है, क्यों, मैंने क्या कर लिया, व्हाट एम आई गोइंग टू डू, गिफ्ट लेके जाओ, तुम बहुत अच्छे हो. नहीं, इग्नोर कर रहा है, हैप्पी, लेट हिम इग्नोर, लेट हर इग्नोर. व्हाई आर यू बॉदर्ड? बी हैप्पी विथ योर ओन सेल्फ. जब आप खुद से खुश रहोगे, सामने वाला ऑटोमेटिकली आएगा. Instead, what we do is we make people happy without realizing that we are making our own self sad for doing it.
Sad. Yeah,
है ना? तो खुशी खुद के लिए पैदा करो. दुनिया में हर जगह खुशी ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाती है.
आ जाएगी.
You are responsible for yourself, for your activities, and for your well-being. If you are good at your health, which is mental, physical, and emotional, you'll be in a proper position to take care of your people also, not otherwise. You'll
Exactly.
keep, otherwise you'll keep on fighting, throwing tantrums, creating troubles, which is completely not needed. And then journaling, of course, journaling is one of my favorites. Journaling is favorites.
So then, if it is your favorite, you need to tell us something more about journaling and how to go about it.
Journaling. Okay, so even before we go to journaling, what I really mean by journaling is to write down. Journal, as we make journals in school, we write things. But the points here that we need to understand is कि यहाँ पे आपको टू डू लिस्ट नहीं बनाना है. लेट मी गेट अप एंड आज के दिन की ये एक्टिविटी है, लेट मी राइट डाउन, दैट इज माई जर्नलिंग. नो, दैट इज नॉट योर जर्नलिंग. You don't have to write your daily routine also. People have the habit, which is a good habit in fact. They have the habit of maintaining a diary where they write everything that happens through the day and they keep it, which is it's a good thing to do, of course, yes. But journaling, when I mean for decluttering, it literally means to write down your emotions, not your thoughts. Thoughts तो आपको कुछ भी आ सकते हैं. What I mean here is the emotions. Any situation that made you feel in a certain way. You don't have to write the situation, you have to write the feeling, what made you feel. For example, if we are talking right now, Mona, and all of a sudden you feel sad, that's a situation. Why did you feel sad? That is what you have to write in journaling.
Okay.
I have had people, when I do counseling, I tell them to do the journaling. I tell them to write down, and after 2 to 3 days, I just call up to ask them how are things going, कि उन्होंने लिखा नहीं लिखा, क्या लिखा करके. एक दो लोगों ने ऐसे मुझे बताया कि श्वेता, हमें पता नहीं चला कि हमें लिखना क्या है. And I told them that is exactly what you have to write. Write कि मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा कि मुझे लिखना क्या है, because that's your emotion. Once you start writing all these things, you'll start understanding how things are coming out of you. The logic is to bring out all the clutter. आपके अंदर से बाहर निकाल दो, उसको फेंक दो, that's it. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप इंसिडेंट जो हुआ था उसको भूल जाओगे. You will still remember the incident, but it will not trigger you. वो आपको परेशान नहीं करेगा बाद में, वो निकल गया. And
Detached
journaling,
from
I
that.
detached
You
from
get
that.
detached from that situation.
Absolutely. And what I literally mean by saying journaling is, laptop पे नहीं करना है आपको. Don't just sit and type. Neither on your mobile. Those are gadgets. You don't use gadgets while journaling. What you have to do basically is take a pen and a paper and write. Why? This also has a reason. When you write, your hand has the capacity to release your energies,
Okay.
which the gadgets will not help you. Okay? You have to write. First thing. Second thing is, don't think about what you're writing. Just write whatever comes to your mind first. Don't think about grammar. मुझे ये वर्ड चूज करके लिखना चाहिए था, मैंने ऐसे नहीं लिखना है, गुजराती में लिख रहे, ये की यहाँ पे आएगा वहां पे आएगा. I'm not supposed to use all these slangs or the curse words. Use everything you want. No
Whatever is
grammar,
inside.
no sentence formation, no nothing. Just write the first thing that comes to you as a feeling. If you say, I'm angry, write, I'm angry. Then by default, things will start falling. Why you're angry and why you're releasing it. उसके बाद करना ये है, don't read it. Whatever you have written, you're not supposed to read that again because you have released it for once. एक बार अगर उसको आपने निकाला है आप खुद से बाहर, तो उसको फिर अंदर नहीं डालना है रीड करके.
Okay.
Fold the paper, fold the book, whatever you kept, and then burn it out. This is what I do. I practice journaling. ऐसा नहीं है कि I do. So you have to burn that. You have to release. Believe me, once you start practicing this, eventually you will realize that you're living a more happier life. उसके बाद याद है कि अच्छा मेरे फ्रेंड के साथ मैंने ये झगड़ा किया था, ठीक है, आई एम ओके. इट विल नॉट बॉदर यू बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी रिलीज्ड. रिलीज करना इंपॉर्टेंट. सो लॉन्ग एज यू डोंट रिलीज, you are not creating space for more good things to come in your life. People say the power of manifestation.
Yeah.
So this decluttering is the seed for that manifestation.
Okay.
It's the seed. So long as you don't know how to create space for your own self, how will you even manifest anything?
Yeah, very true.
सिंपल है ना. ग्लास पे पानी भरा पड़ा है, आपको और शरबत डालना है अंदर, तो आप कहां से डालोगे? कुछ तो खाली करना पड़ेगा ना.
Very true.
Isn't it? So decluttering is the seed of the manifestation. And then you can use your powers of manifestation however you want to. And this is
So when you have a
journaling.
space, you can fill up.
Fill up with something good.
Yeah, fill up with something good. Exactly.
Don't go back. Yeah, so practice
Yeah.
all the decluttering methods off and on. You can use a combination of everything. जरूरी नहीं है कि आप खाली journaling करो. You can use a combination of everything. And then start living. ये एक दिन में नहीं होगा. This will not happen in a day. And you don't even expect to happen in a day. है ना. जैसे क्लटर होने में इतने साल लगे हैं किसी को भी, तो declutter होने में भी एटलीस्ट कुछ तो दिन लगने चाहिए ना.
Yeah, true.
So it will happen eventually, but you need to.
So thank you, Shweta, for this lovely tip of journaling. And I hope that all our audience, those who are connected right now, can just start it slowly and gradually, but keep it consistent and let all the decluttering happen. So, Shweta, while you were just discussing the ways of decluttering, you mentioned self love, right? So, I just wanted to ask that there is a general notion that self love is equal to selfishness. So, what is your take on this?
My question here would be whoever is saying that self love is selfishness.
So, it is like every time, like we think of ourselves, of if we, I think it's somewhere we are conditioned in such a way that when we think of ourselves, we ourselves feel that we are being selfish. It might be so.
Isn't that a condition again which has been
Yeah,
put
that
into
is
your
a
mind since childhood?
yeah, it is conditioned.
है ना. Your classmate wants a pen from you which is your favorite and you don't want to give it to her. But you still have to. Why? Because your teacher says कि if you don't share your stuff with your friends, you are being selfish.
Very true.
So what you
Sharing
do?
is caring.
हाँ मैंने share कर दिया, but that little point, the micro thing stays with you कि मुझे नहीं करना था, फिर भी मुझे ये करना पड़ा, and so it will not make you happy. Self-love is putting yourself above everything else, and you have a right to it as a human. whether male or female. It's completely okay. सेल्फ लव डजंट मीन कि स्पा में जाओ, घंटों बैठो वहां पे मसाज करवाओ,
Yeah.
हेयर स्पा करवाओ,
Pampering.
you know, buy all those expensive clothes and buy those expensive jewelry just so that it should make you happy. Self love is not that. Even with the minimal things that you have with you in the physical world, खुद को खुश करना सीखो आप. हम ये भूल गए हैं. We have actually forgotten to make our own selves happy.
Exactly.
See, self love could be simply telling someone that I don't feel like doing this. And then you need that the other person should understand ki if she's not happy with it, she's not going to do it. इसको भी time लगेगा. Self love is nowhere down the line selfishness. Selfish क्या? It's a word है ना, given to us,
Yeah. Exactly.
isn't it? Love is not a word, it's a feeling. It's an understanding. Selfishness जो है वो एक word दिया गया कि अगर तुम ये नहीं करोगे, which means you're selfish. If I don't call you once in a day, I'm selfish. No, I don't
So
feel
that
like calling you. I want to sit
is a
and enjoy
definition.
myself.
It is a definition that is conditioned from childhood. Actually,
It is, hence,
selfishness.
hence, I said right in the beginning, the reason I have chosen decluttering is because we are having parents, teachers, and children at this platform. ठीक है ना? तो पेरेंट्स तो अपने बच्चों को ये इतना तो सिखा ही सकते हैं कि अगर तुमको पसंद नहीं है तो प्लीज बोलो, बताओ हमें कि क्यों पसंद नहीं है. At
Yeah.
least they can tell the reasons, isn't it? That is why decluttering is important. And self love, sit in a place, read a book for 1 hour, it will make you happy. That is self love. Put on the best of clothes you have, even when you're home. That is self love. Eat the right food for yourself. That's self love. It is never selfish. ये निकाल देना चाहिए.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Shweta, for this wonderful tips and tricks that will really help our emotional, mental, and physical well being. Thank you so much for being on this show with us. And here I would also thank Small Wonders and Parent Station for this lovely platform wherein we share such lovely talks and shows.
Yeah, I'm
So,
really happy. I'm really happy. Small Wonders and Parent Stations are coming up jointly with such sessions. I've been watching certain videos also, which is very creative, informative also. And I'm happy that I was able to share some minutes over here of whatever knowledge I have, whatever I can, wherever I can help. Though, I mean, at times it does become too lengthy, but whatever tidbits, yes, it should help people.
it was really a pleasure to have you here with us. And as we are a bit short of time now, we would just end this broadcast. So here
Okay.
is Mona Bhatt along with Miss Shweta Vyas signing off with the promise to be here soon with another expert with another shows. Thank you so much.
Thank you, people. Bye, Mona. Thanks for having me
Bye
here.
bye.
Bye bye.